Happy New Year. It's 1st of January and it's been an interesting couple of days up to now. Why has it been interesting? Well, depends what you're interested in to decide whether or not it's been interesting, but we've got 20 odd orders that have come in over the weekend, up to now, which is like 3 o'clock in the afternoon on New Year's Day. Why am I working New Year's Day? Because I've done everything else I've got to do, and I thought I'd just get ahead of this ever so slightly so that I've not got a stack to do and rush out in the morning. But first, let's look at what has actually sold, how much it sold for. Would I buy it and sell it again? Let's have a look. First up, I'll reach over here. We have the Half Bad Trilogy by Sally Green. So it's half bad, half lost, half wild. I'm assuming half bad comes first. The rest of them, no idea what order they come in. But lovely looking little set. I got 3 sets of these. This was before Christmas. That's the second one now sold. That sold for £10. I've also got a couple of just individuals where I didn't have a complete set. Not much interest in them, but I will certainly be looking out for these so I can complete sets of them and sell them as the trilogy going forward, because they do. Well, one sold for £12.99. This one went on an offer for a tenner, so quite happy with that. 75 pence paid, so can't go wrong, can you? Right, so that was 10 quid for that one, and they went out late-ish on Friday actually, so they just missed my post on Friday, as did this next little bundle, which is all the way back here. Yeah. MC Beaton, Agatha Raisin. I had these for a while, they didn't sell for a while, and then suddenly bundles of them start going, so I think these are all Agatha Raisin ones. Yep. The first 2 tantalising cases. We got The Wellspring of Death, The Wizard of Evesham. My brother used to love that, as many other people do. Curious Curate, and The Deadly Dance, A Quick Step Through Murder. So 5 Agatha Raisin MC Beaton books. If I see them and they're cheap, I will keep picking them up, because that was 5 books, £11.49. So that's alright, innit? Next one that's going on its own. So I found one of this guy's books, and it was a wee signed edition. So I picked it up, and then I kept seeing more and more and more of his books, mostly the same ones, but Adam Kay, some doctor dude who writes books, Kay's Anatomy, so I think this is kind of aimed at children. Lots of pictures in it, lovely big hardcover, and that sold for £11.99, so that was quite nice. I will certainly keep my eyes peeled for Adam Kay books as we go along. Right, next one is quite a good sale. Stephanie Meyer, Breaking Dawn, signed by the author. Again, pretty good condition. Let's find the signature. It's in here somewhere, because it says it on the cover. There we go. Stephanie Meyer, Breaking Dawn, signed, 180 of 1,000. So that sold for £38.99. Said it once, said it twice, say it 3 times. Signed books, if you see them and they're cheap, pick them up. It always adds a couple of quid on, and somebody somewhere will be interested in them and buy them from you. So always worth getting those signed books in. £38.99 is quite a nice wee sale on that one. Next, one of the ladies I like to sell. Deli Court. There we go. So 5 Deli Court books going out. There's definitely a theme in her books. You can see that even from the covers. The Reluctant Heiress, Sunday's Child, and the other ones that I just held up. 5 of those, £13.74, so that's quite nice. I will pick them up whenever I see them. They don't sell every day, but quite regularly somebody will pick up 5 of those and they'll just go flip flap flop out the door. Next, one little book on its own. Again, I found a few of these in one go. It's Marvel Novels, Outlaw, Relentless, by Tristan Palmgren. Oh, I guess that's how you say it. Not big sellers, not high value books, but the more you've got from people to choose from, the more chance they have of choosing something. So that one went for £6.84. Right, another single book. I don't often sell these on their own, but Joan Essing, The Snowman. Not much more to say in that. It's one of the thriller writers that I do pick up if I see a bundle of them and they're in good condition. This one's not great, it's got a wee bit of cracking in the spine, but overall it's in pretty good nick. £6.84. Another little book all on its own. Bit of a, not Agatha Raisin, but Agatha Christie. A Murder is Announced. So, really good condition. I think I had this listed as very good, but definitely it's an as new book. And again, £6.84. So you can sell single books for a reasonable price. Just like this one. Ray Bradbury, Fahrenheit 451. The temperature at which paper burns. Yeah. Again, reasonable condition. That's actually good condition to say that. £7.30. Ray Bradbury, sci-fi books. I just always pick them up. Sometimes they sell, sometimes they don't, but I feel they're always worth taking the risk. I don't go into shops and get my phone out and scan every single book. I just grab a load, have a look at them when I come back, and see if anything's worth a bit more than expected or whether it's just fodder that can get listed up and go out. Next, another stack. Another author which I do like to sell and sell quite a lot. Susan Lewis. So, been really popular over the last few months. Well, in this case, we've got Who's Lying Now? No One Saw It Coming. Wildfire. Too Close to Home. And The Secret Keeper. So, yeah, Susan Lewis, really popular author, and sells well in bundles again. Definitely when I see Susan Lewis, I pick them up because I know they will sell. £11.94 for those 5 there. So not crazy value, but they do sell. Another little bundle, Marion Keys. So we've got one paperback, which is making it up as I go along. A couple of hardcovers, again Rachel, and Sushi for Beginners. And a little box set to go with it as well. So this is a Walsh family collection. Yeah, that's it there. We've got those ones in it. What did he say? Angels. I'm trying to read that backwards and upside down. Rachel's Holiday, Anybody Out There, and Angels. So it's kind of a 6-book bundle really, but the box set just sells on its own. So it counts as 4 items. £15.33, so a wee bit better, but that one will be costing me a good £6 to post. So it's double the postage cost because it's bigger, which means that really it's the equivalent of another £12 sale, which I'm perfectly happy with. Next, a little book on its own. The Far Side, Gary Larson, genius. I'm not going to start looking at that because I'll just end up sitting and looking through the entire thing. But that went for £6.84. I don't pick up many books like that, but certain ones that I always like, because I've always liked. Far Side, Calvin and Hobbes, no brainers. Vintage Snoopy, Charlie Brown. Asterix, vintage or otherwise, they both sell as well. But I think that's probably the first Far Side book I've sold. I've only got a few, but if I see them and they're the right price, pick them up. You just never know. Another book going on its own. Bernard Cornwell, Sharp's Gold. Again, I sell a few of these and then nothing for ages, and then I sell a few of these. So I've got a big stack of Bernard Cornwell books. They will sell. Who knows how long it'll take. But that one's going on its own, which is a bit unusual, and that went for £6.84. So the £6.84 sales, that's all £2.85 plus postage. Right, Baldacci. I've got a bundle of Baldacci. Here they are. David Baldacci. So we've got 5 books. We have The Fallen, The Innocent, The Sixth Man, all paperbacks. Then we've got a large paperback of Endgame and a hardcover of Walk the Line. So 5 David Baldacci books went for £14.64, and again they're probably going to be over the 2 kilos, so it's going to cost me, you know, £6 odd to post. So not a brilliant sale from that point of view, but still within the parameters of what I find acceptable. Right, the next one. Now, I've got a big stack of these because I knew somebody who read one of them once, and then there was the film with Johnny Depp. And I saw them, so, oh, that's a popular author, I'll buy them. People will surely want them. Never sold one. Never sold one. Not in all these months. But yesterday, I sold 6. Joan Harris. So, Chocolat. I think that was a Johnny Depp movie. But we've also got Gentlemen and Players, Holy Fools, Blackberry Wine, Different Class, and A Narrow Door, and of course Chocolat itself. So the 6 of those, £15.39, 6 paperbacks. That might be over 2 kilos. I'll find out when I go to post them. But yeah, quite happy with that. Let's say never sold them before, but all of a sudden 6 of them have gone out the door. So I'll be curious to see if that starts a wee run on them, which seems to happen often. That might just be in my head, but it does seem to happen often. Another bundle, another popular bundleable author, which has got a hair sticking out of it. It no longer does. Wilbur Smith. So we've got Ghostfire, The Tiger's Prey, and Cloudburst. So 3 Wilbur Smith paperbacks. Again, Wilbur Smith in good condition, or the vintage ones even in acceptable condition. I pick them up. People like them. People want them. £9.69 for those 3 books. Right. Yes. Yes, indeed. Now, let's say, if you see hardcovers and they're first editions, make sure you list them as that and stick an extra couple of quid on, because at some point the first of first edition prints become rarer, and people who are looking to complete sets or series all the same, they will be looking for them. So if you have them, at some point they will sell, and that's what happened here. So we have 2 Simon Scarra first edition hardcover books, Death to the Emperor and The Honour of Rome, and the 2 of them went for £18.39. So that's quite nice for a 50p pickup. Say the hardcover first editions, they might seem to sit there forever, but they will sell. So grab them, list them as such, and price them up. So £8 I priced them as each, which is still considerably less than what somebody would pay for them if they bought them new when they came out, or they go and buy the new hardcovers now. First edition ones, it's a bargain. Don't be shy of asking for a fair price, and resist the urge to bring it down just to move stuff. Books can take a long time to sell. You're just waiting for somebody to come along and want that title that you've got in that condition that you've got, that particular edition, whatever it is, and they will buy it. Anyway, next one, another quite nice resale. Microsoft Flight Simulator. So it's Master the Experience, and this one has still got its sealed security tag on it. So sold as new. Well, kind of new. Certainly never been used. Yeah, don't know much about that, but I saw it was sealed. Flight simulator stuff can be quite good, so I thought I'd take a chance. Picked it up, and that sold for £15.99. So that turned out to be quite a good one, and we'll get that sent off. We're still on everything that sold on the 31st. Hug me nay. Right, so that was a goodie. Another bundle. There's been a few bundles where they might just be over the weight for being able to do the cheap postage, but we'll see. Stack of John Grisham. Usually 5 John Grishams are just under 2 kilos, so I'm expecting these to be the same. We have The Whistler, The Confession, Sycamore Row, Playing for Pizza, and the boys from Biloxi. So yeah, John Grisham. I've got loads of John Grisham, and I will continue to have loads of John Grisham because I keep picking them up. Again, it's one of these authors, you can go a couple of weeks and sell none, and then you'll sell 20 odd over a couple of days. So yeah, I will keep picking them up. I will never stop picking up John Grisham books. In a video in the not too distant future, I'm going to take a wee look at all the top selling authors over the last few months and see just how they compare to each other, because I've got ideas in here of what I think, but I'm curious to test as to whether or not they're true. Lots of things to take into account: the total number I've been able to pick up and sell. So something might be appear like a slow seller, but it's because I've picked up much fewer. So we'll have a wee look at that. Anyway, none of that just now. Let's keep looking at these. We had Ray Bradbury. His name does that every time to me. That was one sci-fi out. Another two sci-fi out. Sci-fi books going out the door. Patrick Tilley, Amtrak Wars. It's books 4 and book 6. £7.97 for the two of those. So they're in the pile ready to go. Another bundleable author. J-Dog Archer, Jeffrey Archer. A couple of paperbacks. An hardcover. Another paperback. A big paperback. Yeah, that's 5. Yeah, that sounded like I had more to show you. I don't. That was the 5 of them. £14.39 for those 5 books. So again, we've got a hardcover in there, which is priced slightly higher. The big paperback, priced slightly higher. All because when you sell books that size, people buy them in bundles, and it rockets up the postage costs. So postage doesn't go up incrementally; it doubles. 2 kilos, and then it doubles when you go over 2 kilos. So the bigger, heavier books I always price up a little bit, just so that if they do sell in a bundle, that kind of compensates for the additional postage costs, and I don't end up losing money. Right, who have we got next? We've got kids' books. There we go. Jacqueline Wilson. She of Tracy Beaker. I don't know if there's any Tracy Beaker books here, but we have Jacqueline Wilson, Kiss, Candy Floss, Girls in Love, which is a 3-in-1 book, Girls Out Late, and Lola Rose and the Diamond Girls. So again, Jacqueline Wilson was an author that I had a stack of for donkeys, and they just didn't sell, and now they're beginning to move out the door. So I don't know quite how that works, but that listing's got a bit of momentum, and they are beginning to sell. £11.49 for them there. Another book in its own. What If? It looks kind of curious. It looks like the kind of book dads get as Christmas presents. How long could a nuclear submarine last in space? How could we build a Lego bridge between London and New York? How many humans would a T-Rex need to eat each day? So yeah, lots of interesting questions answered in his book. Yes, £6.84. So yeah, £2.85 plus postage, just the usual. What have we got? One last little bundle, which ain't books. DVDs. So from my classic DVDs listing, some of these might actually be considered real classics. We've got Mansfield Park, so maybe not a classic movie, but a classic book. Fred Astaire, Rita Hayworth, You Were Never Lovelier. Barbara Stanek, Lady of Burlesque. It's still sealed, although there's something inside rattling, so I hope nothing's... I think it's just the case has got a bit cracked. It's not damaged the gift. This one's still got a sticker on it. Let's take that off. Amelie, my favourite brunette, which is it's Bob Hope and Dorothy Lamour, Peter Lorre, Lon Chaney Jr. Yeah, they're all in there. And Meryl Streep, Amy Adams, Julie and Julia. So yeah, another still sealed one. It's got a book in it and everything. Fantastic. So the 6 of those went for £9.39. You know how cheap I get my DVDs, so quite happy with that sale. Anyway, 20 minutes to talk through 20 odd orders. That's not bad going, is it? And that's what sold over the weekend so far. It's about £305 worth of orders. So as usual, about a third of that to eBay, about a third of that to Royal Mail and DPD, because there's a couple of heavy ones in there, and then about a third of that is profit. So about £100 profit. And from that profit, you've got to take out the cost of the books and everything else. So still not making me a millionaire. What can you do? Well, hope that was interesting. I'll be back probably tomorrow with maybe a few more sales. We'll see if today continues to be busy. But let's say we're 3 in the afternoon. I think it's only actually been 2 orders today so far, so a lot slower than yesterday. If there's anything else to show and talk about, I'll see you tomorrow. If not, catch you in a couple of days. See ya. Love you. Bye.